beside themselves with thrills and excitement. Nelson Mandela bringing fellow communists together. Even in death, Mandela is uniting the communist world. Well, what? I mean, Raul Castro is a communist. My God, there's an American citizen that's been in a Cuban dungeon for 4 months now. This is one reason why people are upset. I mean, there are literally Americans in prison in Cuba, and Obama's got no business shaking the guy's hand. Now, some of you might disagree with me when I say that I don't think Obama really knew who he was. I don't. What I do think is that Obama's not sending a message to anybody here. This is just, he's too focused on himself. When he goes to the rope line, he's asking himself what these people think of him. He's not impressed with any of these people. He doesn't get a thrill shaking Raul Castro's hand. He's hoping Castro gets a thrill shaking his hand. You got to remember that Obama's a narcissist. He does not look at himself as somebody who's got to impress these guys. He is thinking they envy him. He is thinking they all want to be who he is. He is thinking that they are in servitude to him. So he runs into Raul Castro. Raul Castro's what? A dumpy little guy that runs a cheap little island communist nation. Obama's not interested in that. He's got the whole U.S. to transform. So I think people looking at this the wrong way, but the media is just excited. I heard a commentator on Fox, Jemu somebody. Oh, you know, Bill, our two great countries are separated by 90 miles of water. That's it, Bill. And there are families who have been disunited because of the 90 miles of water. And what this handshake represents, Bill, is perhaps the first steps in these families being united across the 90 miles of water. I mean, the media is beside themselves with thrills and excitement. Can you imagine if Fidel had been there? Folks, if it had been Fidel and not Raul, I mean, I don't know that these people would have been able to keep their clothes on the media. I mean, it would have been, I wish it would have been Fidel. But it was just his stand-in. It was just Raul. Okay, so that's Chris Cuomo. Were you able to understand what Christiana Amanpour was saying? I mean, she was literally, I haven't heard her this excited since we lost the Iraq War. In her mind. Well, I'm going to listen to this again. It says this moment of reconciliation for Mandela and Obama, the diplomatic thing. We gotta, I just put this out there again, and then we'll follow it up with John King, who's warning everybody that there are going to be people like me try to make a big deal out of this.
We're walking around and talking to security officials.
Castro, he's shaking hands with Raul Castro.
As Christian points out, President Obama just shook hands with Raul Castro from Cuba. What does that say as a gesture?
It says that this is a moment of reconciliation for Mandela, and President Obama is doing the diplomatic thing. He's not just going to walk by and ignore these people who are there, and they're all in a line. He's kissing now the UN Secretary General, President Zuma.
This is a man, and it is so true, who brought people together in life, and he continues to bring people together in death.
Christiana Amanpour said, it says that this is a moment of reconciliation for Mandela. How in the hell is that possible? Mandela is dead. Obama is shaking the hand of Raul Castro. How is that a moment of reconciliation for Mandela? Oh, Mandela in death is uniting Obama and a fellow communist in public? And this is progress?